There. I'm sitting here next to the Rio Bravo. I've been coming down here taking walks with Kike. I wanted to share a story with you about a man I met who told me about crossing the Rio Bravo naked with his clothes in a plastic bag on top of his head, trying to get to the U.S. He had walked for a couple of weeks to get here, and then he got in the water and he couldn't carry anything but his clothes, and he got caught in the current, and he said he went downstream for what sounded like about 3 miles, and he thought he was a goner. He was convinced that he was drowning. He was not going to make it. He wasn't that great of a swimmer, and he couldn't get to the other side, but something happened, and he ended up making it over there. And he made it over the fence, and he got about 2 weeks into the USA and got caught and brought back here and dumped back on the other side again. And he laughed about it. He laughed about it. It was his experience of walking for a month that he wanted to share with me. Not so much the border crossing, but I found that much more fascinatingly interesting. And his motives for going across were very reasonable. He wanted to visit family that he hadn't seen in a long time, and he was hoping that they would give him a little bit of work because he was down on money. He hadn't been able to find a job in a while. And I found that story very moving, especially when I have gone now 3 times over the border from here in Nuevo Progreso and returned back without anybody even checking my passport, just walking right into the country. And I'd really like us all to begin a dialogue about what we think in the United States we're protecting ourselves from. Because we are neighbors and we are brothers with Mexico. And we have so much to learn from them, and they have so much to learn from us. We would all be so much stronger and better together. Let me see if you can see the fence we have on our side. There's that big old fence to protect us from the hard-working, fun-loving, wonderful brothers, the Mexicans. And they're smarter than us. They know they can let us in. And you can have all kinds of ideas about why that is. But I'll tell you, in the end, it really comes down to they're not afraid of us, because they know we are brothers. And I really hope that someday I can engage more people so that we can talk about the strained relationship that is not serving us, that is not for anybody's good. Because it's time that we look at that. And I'll talk more about that later. And I hope hopefully we'll talk more about that later. Alright, right now I'm going to make another video to catch you up a little bit on the experience of Nuevo Progreso. Love. Talk soon.